Hello, welcome back to Monster Train. This episode cannot be any worse for me than the last episode. The last episode is going to drag my mental down for the rest of the night. It was a very bad episode for the first run because now my confidence is shaken. I'll just tell it to you like it is. I'm so disappointed, man. I'm so disappointed, man. It's okay. I should have like walked around or something, but I don't have the time to walk around. We gotta just go. So here we go. You know, since these are being recorded in succession, the intros are much shorter as I have nothing to tell you, as I have done nothing since the last time we spoke, except for sat here in sadness for about 45 seconds before saying, "Well, better get back to it." I also checked the audio. The levels are fine. I could turn the game down a little bit, but I think that the way that it is okay. So, you know, if you have any audio input, please feel free to let me know. It'll be fixed in like a week. Well, let's get back to it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Soulsucker Talos, Spell Shield fell, Chase Sarah, Purifying Cleanse, Proclamation, Fatal Melting. I can't even look at Wurmkin after that last run. Trader's Quill is okay, I think. It does actually nothing. Hardened Hull. I don't know, maybe we could reform eggs. That seems really bad, doesn't it? Doesn't that seem really bad? Reforming eggs does not sound like a good plan. Yeah, it actually just seems awful. I'll take Hardened Hull anyway, because I feel like I could go eggs, and just what consume spells, right? What consume spells? Burnout Rector? Sure. I'm not inconsolable. I'll take this to be a Purifying Cleanse. I'm just a little dejected, that's all. I'm disappointed. Because, like, man, how sick would it have been? It would have been pretty sick. But I gotta just get over it. I don't have time to be sad. I don't have time to be sad. I ain't got time to bleed. I'm just gonna, like, there's no outlook for this run. I'm going to pick burnout units most likely is my strategy, and then from there I will probably win. That's it. Water aside. Maybe I'll make another cup of tea after this one. I am down with Entombed Explosives here. Molded is also a very strong take. Molded is probably the right choice here. I'll just grab it. Entombed Explosive, if there's a Legion of Wax in the next room, I am not going to be okay. Wurmkin's good. You saw its power. I think this card's great. Okay, I'm okay. I think Lady of the Reformed is fine. She's not my preferred choice, but I think she's fine. She adds a lot of certainty in the next two combats where sometimes there is none, and she's a really strong frontline tank with a molded. Like, yeah, I feel fine with this. She's good if we see draft also. She's very good if we see draft. I will go... Let's go right. I don't really want money. There's no spells worth upgrading here. Archstone 1025. I haven't seen Bogworm Cocoon in so long. I think it's Bog Deep Cocoon, technically. I want to play Kinhost Carapace, but I don't think this is the time for it. I really want to try a run with Kinhost Carapace on drafts to add a little more scaling to them. I think it's just worse, but because this is a summon effect, so it's a +10/+10 for summoning them. If that so you get the +10/+10 every time. So the first one's a 10x2, or it's a 20x2, and then the next one will be a 35x2. You're effectively adding 10/10 every time. But you know what? Kinhost Carapace, I've been told that it has a lot of good interactions within Melting. Specifically, it also has good interactions with Hollowed Halls, so I'll grab it here. If it's bad, we just toss it, but there's two good things we can do with it, so I'll give it a whirl. Bell Chain seems awful. +10. Or no, this is intrinsic. Yeah, I just pass. No reason here. Oh, I need to remember to move these files out of this folder. Unit drafts are worth. I will take damage for this unit draft. I will probably take 10. But it's worth. And if I play... I will play bottom 4. Oh, I take more because the lady doesn't kill. Does make sense. I can play Reap though and try to snipe one of these off potentially. It's just tough because of haste. Oh, that's bad. Can drop the Kinhost Carapace. It's weird because putting down Kinhost Carapace and putting down Drag have the same outcome. You see that? Kinhost Carapace is actually... So he's just worse because he costs 2, right? If you put down a Drag, it will kill this Clergyman. You put down a Kinhost Carapace, it will kill this Clergyman. So, put down a Drag. It's free. I'll take the 3 and I'll hope to kill this unit over 2 turns. And I potentially end at 4. The number that I expected, although... or no, I expected 10, so I might end at 4. Which is much better, I would say. Actually, I end at 3. An even better outcome. Whatever it is, you like to see it. Okay. Melting early game is very straightforward, and I have no overarching plans due to the, you know, due to the nature of the early game here. We got Burnout Rector. He's not going to define my run, but he's going to be pretty nice no matter what I do, most likely. There's Draft. I will be taking Draft now. Hello, Draft. I would love to have a Bounty Stalker show up. It's good to have dreams, though. You want to think about something weird? Because I want to think about something weird here. You know what I want to think about? I want to think about Bog Chrysalis. I know what you're thinking. Why would I think about Bog Chrysalis? Well, well, well. What if I put a Draft on it? Sounds fucking awful, doesn't it? But think about it. First of all, I don't know how this works. I assume that the Burnout one will pass down. If I do this, I'm effectively making 2 drafts. And then I can bring back the Bog Chrysalis potentially, although it's really hard to actually bring back the Bog Chrysalis, right? It's really hard. But I'm gonna do this because it's really weird. It sounds like it could be really fun and interesting, so I want to try it, basically. Because if you think about this, think about it, right? We'll have 1 Bog Chrysalis played. We'll probably just let it die, and then we'll reform it. And then when that hatches, we'll get 2 buffed up Bogflies, which will have multi-strike through the draft, so potentially they'll have 3 multi-strike. I think it's really interesting. I could go fish for Bounty Stalker. I would hard pivot to Bounty Stalker in a heartbeat here. But the odds of seeing Bounty Stalker are low, and we have good picks at the Magic Shop. So I will go to the Magic Shop. I'll pick up the Holdover. I know what you're thinking, Holdover molded. This seems a little strange. I agree, but it's important to the plan. I'll actually peep an Intrinsic here. You got an Intrinsic for me? No? What's our outlook? Artifact, Temple, Money, Temple, Artifact. Oh, what I need to do is I need to write down what happens in these episodes so I know what to title them. That's what I need to do. Let me make a note of that real quick. Okay. Good. I mean, I got the holdover. Do I want the -1 molded? I think I'm down to pay the cost of molded. I'm gonna toss Kinhost Carapace because I'm doing something even weirder with draft. I'm gonna hard commit right now. I will do it. How does this work? It has to... I'm actually not sure. I mean, if it dies without hatching, it won't give me any eggs, or it won't give me any Bogflies. I'm making a strong assumption here. You can skip that animation. What if I see ×5? You don't have to think about it. That's horrible. That's so bad. It's actually just... I'm just throwing the run if I pick that. The sketches just kills me. I have drags and train stewards, and there is no reason to take sketches here. I am good to go. I'm not going to reroll this. I got what I wanted. We're just going to go. So here's the thing. I don't know how this run plays. I know, like, we've put ourselves into this strange position with the Bogfly Chrysalis. I don't know how this plays. You may not believe this, but I have not played a run that looks like this before. So I'm just gonna kind of see what happens. I don't have a big plan either way. I'm just gonna kind of play it out by ear. We'll drop the draft, drop the Bog Chrysalis, let it die. It does come in with 30 armor. Huh. Harder to kill than I expected. I need to not ping off all of these because I'll burn out on the top floor. But I do want to ping off these two. So we're gonna assume Talos goes top floor Dexter. We should take 3 hits. Can ping off 1 down here for sure. It's not worth the leap 2. We should go up to 4 burnout. Even better. Ah, because of the days I'll take damage though. It does check out. 25. I need to put 5 on this unit. I guess I should just kill this wave because I drew those purifying cleanses, so I'm at 7. I should focus on pyre health then. I need to draw my reform card, by the way. It's a very important part of the process. I think if I see intrinsic, I do pick intrinsic. I'm realizing now. There's a bit of an issue here now, isn't there? I don't have my Bogfly cocoon because I bottom decked molded. That's alright. I think what I want to do here is just put down a drag. Well, not just that, I'm going to play other cards as well, but if I put down a drag, I'll take 0, and then I can fracture it and it dies over 2 turns. I'll take the 1. I don't take 0. I could have taken 0. I'll take the 1. This is strange. This run, it's odd. Because now we enter the next stage of the plan where I reform Bog Chrysalis 3 times and like something happens here. I'm gonna slow this down so I can actually see how this pans out. Because they should come in with burnout 1, if I understand correctly. If they come in with a number higher than burnout 1, I am surprised. So let's see how this goes. On 1 speed, because I have no idea what to expect. They come in with burnout 2? And they burn out as soon... Okay, so the molded burnout passes on. The burnout they gain from molded passes down. Fuck, dude. Okay. Let's see this again happen. No! It does. It does? It does. It does. Okay, it does. Never mind. It does. Don't worry. It works how I think it should. I think. This hatches. It comes in. Like, it's always going to hatch. It only costs me 2. The Hardened Hull let me do this. I would not be doing this without the Hardened Hull. And we effectively just have 2. We have an egg that is 2 drafts when it hatches, but We get into some weird stuff here. We get into some real weird positions with this. I don't know, man. I don't need a super high... I think Eternal Kinstone is fine, but I don't need much for this to work out. I will skip this. So... get 2 flies. I think I'm best off to take draw space on this run. I think I'm best off to take draw space on this run. We'll just kind of see. As I play with it in more combats, I'll get a better understanding of what the hell I'm looking at here. It's weird. I'm looking for multi-strike. Burnout 1 I think is bad, because we're going... So, I think we want it to die initially, and then come back. Because it is just draft. This is... What I'm getting out of this is just draft. But with the +5 per echo effect. Effectively, what I've done in this run is I've made draft into a draw priority unit with Bogfly infusion. And I have 2 of them. It's really weird, but I like it. Show me multi-strike. Endless. Okay, so Endless gets really weird. I think it's just bad, but let me think about it a little more. So, close your eyes for a second. Just close them. Follow me on a mental journey. Even though I can't see things in my head, I'm still going to close my eyes and I'm going to take you on this mental journey. I put Endless on this Bogfly cocoon. Okay? That's step 1. Now, I just take 2 duplicates and put down 2 more Lady of the Reforms, and I just play this strategy on 3 floors? That sounds terrible, right? Yeah, that sounds terrible. Okay. Thank you for going with me on that mental journey. It seems awful, though. Pact is cool. I think Grindstone is actually really sick here. This is run 2, and I'm supposed to knock out, like, 4 or 5 runs, and on run 2, I am feeling like, oh, buddy, what the hell am I doing here? So... you know, how bad can it get? Sorry, I'm not trying to purge that. I'm trying to purge Kinhost Carapace. How's it? Okay. I was like, I saw the green number and I didn't register the green number before, and I went, wait a minute. Why is Kinhost Carapace getting a buff for being removed from my deck? He's not. Don't worry. This run might just crash and burn, by the way. I should probably play it cool in the party, boys. This run might suck. Like, this run might suck a lot. Isn't that's the exciting part, though, I'm pretty sure. Because you get into this weird shit here, where it's like, I put a drag down so that this hatches, I guess? Also, I'll play Fracture. Like, these just insta-die, right? Because they spawn and then burnout ticks? Yeah, it's fucking awful. So, if I don't... Here's the position. If I don't reform the egg at least 1 time, when it hatches, the flies insta-die. Because the burnout phase ticks after the hatching phase. That's really interesting and adds a little bit of knowledge to my data banks here, because I thought that Shell was the very last thing to tick down, and as it turns out I was wrong. The very last thing to tick down is burnout in the combat. I should proclamation that guy. I should also be extending burnout on Rector and not Lady. There's no world where Lady burns out. But Rector is not so certain. This is a, like, this run, this is a disaster. It's a beautiful, ugly disaster. I like it, and I also hate it. Just push this enemy to the back. The cool thing about this Bog Chrysalis, though, is since it's infused, it only costs me 1 shard to hatch it, right? And this is the big thing about this that I'm starting to piece together. This scales. Because I can hatch this with only 1 charged echo, I can scale this pre-relentless pretty comfortably. Now, there's a little bit of a... Wait a minute. Plus 10? Okay, that's correct. Never mind. I thought I thought they were already doing 20 times 2, but they were not. Clearly they were not. I let that man live. I should not have let that man live. Look, I'm having one here, okay? I'm just having a bit of a moment. Because I'm starting to realize as it scales upwards, like the first 3 rounds, it's really bad. But once we get out of these first 3 rounds, this gets to be ridiculous, right? Like, this one gets ridiculous, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this starts to get really stupid. That's what I'm noticing here. This is absurd. I'm really glad I tried this, because no, in my mind I thought this was terrible. I think it is terrible, but I'm gonna take Wicked Blaze because it's infused and it's a plus 10. Full Siphon's okay. Force Contamination is interesting. I think I skipped this though. Full Siphon's okay though, but I'm not gonna bother. Soul Siphon should just come with Intrinsic, but, you know, that'd maybe be too good. Just take the money. Fuck you, God. Give me your money. Get a sip of water. One thing, I don't do big recording sessions all that often. It's because it kind of wears on the throat a little bit, so I gotta stay hydrated. Hydration completed. I will take removals. Nothing really matters to duplicate. You get in. Oh, you get kind of massive if you get a Crushing Demise held over on this run, though. If you can do molded Crushing Demise, molded ever, this run gets absurd. It's very unlikely since we don't have Crushing Demise in a good timing. But I'll take the removals now because I'm going to not take them next ring. Okay. Alright. I don't really want anything here. I look for Intrinsic here, for sure. That's right, I already have something worth Intrinsicing, and oh my god, I found Intrinsic. I don't believe it. It's a fucking miracle. We have money, temple, so we're at 85. I take 15 from this temple and we're chilling. I don't need to take anything now. The longer you can delay your pack shards, the better off you are, I feel. Especially in a run like this. It's really like... the next 2 combats will give a good feel for how this is. I think, anyway. I don't actually want to remove anything. I don't want to pay money to remove drag, so I'm just gonna chill. I'll just chill. We will do nothing. And I will be happy about it. I'm leaning back. I should have moved the mic forward. Sorry. This combat frightens me. We're really weak to start out. Oh my god. We lost. What is this? What is this? It's all 3 infused. It's only 60 pack shards. What did I do? Monster Train, what did I do? I'm sorry for whatever it is. Okay, we have to do a lot of min-maxing here. This amount of min-maxing. I need to get the 2 echoes in place. But I don't put another one, because if I feed any armor, I am just asking to die. So this dies when it hatches, in case you don't know. It does read dies. So it feeds harvest. However, it's not so bad. I do play it, Because this kills one. It's 40. Oh my god, it's actually so bad. I didn't think about it. But the flies that spawn also die this round. Because it works that way. And it's so sad. And I'm so sad. Wait, what? Oh, okay, okay. This man is walking up on me with 210. 210! What the fuck? I have to take any chip damage I can get on him here, I feel. 210! My man goes up to 210! Dude, I should be harvesting here. What the hell? 102, okay. I can almost catch him. This combat ruins me, though. Oh, no. Okay. I will play this in front. Not so bad. Like, don't get me wrong. It's bad, but it's not so bad. We're only gonna take 30 from this man. 1 damage off of taking 15. Only 30 for that ridiculous roll is not the end of the world. Fatal Melting comes in very clutch here. This is one of those answer cards that just goes, hey, you have a big problem here. I'll fix it. Thank you, Fatal Melting. I am legitimately just kind of confused about this run right now, though. Put this behind, I guess. Like, as long as it's not needed, and I'll have to do a little, like, I'll have to look ahead in the future. Important to not let her burn out there, I suppose. I'll have to look ahead, right? In future combats, I'll have to read the numbers and go yes or no to if I need Bogflies deployed quickly. If I need rapid response Bogflies in position. I'll just have to look ahead. But like, I don't need it now, because I can catch this enemy. And as long as it's not required, we are incentivized to not, right? Because they scale more if I don't. Do this. You know, like, how does this fare into the Divinity? I have no idea. It crushes everything that we're facing right now. And it feels like spawning these... The big thing is I want to make sure that I have this floor filling up on echoes so that when we enter Relentless in a harder combat, we have the echoes, right? We're ready. Imagine a resin block here. Also 30 damage is not so bad for getting got. Sacrificial Resurrection. Confused. It lets me eat up some dead weights. I think it's bad. I'll skip it. I think it was good because I could start reforming it. I don't know, man. Do I have any cards that consume? No. Okay. Well, no broken memories. I don't want these. I don't want these. Yeah. I have my plan. I just have to figure out if it wins. If we get another multi-strike, I think we're chilling. Or resin block. Oh, combustible wax is pretty sick. Or is it? Wait. No, it is really sick, right? Yeah. This is insane because we don't have a problem with Bog Chrysalis dying. This is the other piece of genius about this. Bog Chrysalis has no problem dying. There's almost no cost to playing this unit. This is nuts. Hardened Hull has opened us up to a real wild situation here. I'm gonna look for multi-strike over the Echo Stone. I think it is worth more to just find multi-strike. It's terrible. I hate it. Sad. I'll probably just go another steel shop and then we'll end at the magic shop. Go to 70 and then 15. Okay. It's fine. All right. The earlier we draw this thing, the better off we are. That's assertion 1. I don't think I am incentivized to change my setup, especially now with these two having 6 burnout. It's especially fine. I think that like the thing that's worth considering and is probably going to is going to be on the table. It is cutting Rector top floor, taking space, and just putting 4 Bogflies up there. That is worth talking about. But we'll talk about that later. This unit scares me. I will put the next set of Bogflies. Actually, if I put this here, we get a lot of damage down, right? Yeah, and we can start pushing mid-floor stuff. Yeah, we get 28. I think I start fracturing this unit, hope it dies. Only 2? Why? Am I out of my mind? Why is that only 2? What? Oh, because of the shell. Okay. I am out of my mind. Don't worry. That is absolutely correct. Forgot that this actually costs something. Took me a second there. This is where I would have wanted to look ahead and check. I think that it is better to just keep scaling. Because the tide ends here. There's no more problems after this. I just have to stop this enemy. Which we can do pretty comfortably, I imagine. I mean, 1 drag should handle it, yeah. We're good. The tide ends. I will take 6 for the way that I played this, but I think it's good to take 6 in guarantee. No, it's probably wrong. I can probably avoid that 6. That 6 is probably wrong. Oh, the flies stay around for too long now. Huh. Now there's an interesting conundrum for you. We'll want to put Eternal Kinstones up here just to fill out the floor for the eventual egg drop. Plus 10 from that is so nice. You can just throw a proclamation at this. It's fine. We have time to fill out the 4 up there pretty easily. Yeah, no doubt in my mind on space here. We actually just want to not play dregs, I feel. Because they take up space for too long. There's no reason for these dregs to be here. This is a really jank run. I've played some fucked up runs in my life, but this is a real monster. This one's a real monster of a run. Nobody wants to see Marshall no more. They want Bogfly. I'm chopped liver. I always say that line in that song, strangely. I don't know why I say it like that. I'm chopped liver. What's wrong with me? You guys big Eminem fans? Any stans out there? Probably. He's a good musician. Recent works have been a little hit or miss, but, you know, overall positive. Anyway. Yeah, so if I get rid of these dregs, we're in a better spot. I will just place this up here, I suppose, and we'll start filling it out. I know I could have Wicked Blazed for more. I didn't think about it. They're 55 times 2, and they'll scale upwards. The world will end in Bogfly. Soon there will be nothing but bog. I'm pretty sure this is awful, though. Like, as I'm watching it scale up, at this point you're like, oh wow, how could you say this is awful? You're for wanting fell. But like, I don't know, man. There's no way that this scales up well enough, right? I kind of think I might even cut Lady out of this though. Like, what? I just cut out Lady and we just go all in, right? I will take another Eternal Kinstone, I suppose. Space for sure. Rector's fine. Rector acts as a nice little older ground sort of unit, but with Combustible Wax, I think Lady's obsolete. I'm gonna go left. Multi-strike. The scaling obviously got a lot better here. Check this in case it's like Firestone housing somehow. Oh, that's really weird. I think the Bogflies aren't affected by the size increase. I think the Bogflies aren't affected by the size increase, right? Because they're not affected by size decreases. Although, wait, are they affected by large stone? They are! They will come out at 3 size. So you play one of these and the floor is full. That doesn't seem very good at all when you put it like that. Because the idea is scaling, and the scaling cuts off if your floor is just insta-full. Although, I will have... So 1 Bog Chrysalis gives me 2 Bogflies. The 2 Bogflies will do 35 times 3 each, which is 210. I'll have 3 floors relatively quickly doing 210. Is that good enough? Because you take into account the +5 per echoes and things like that. That might be good enough. That might be worth trying. Let's go for it. I think it might actually work out. This cuts the scaling up slowly part out. Like this just cuts out scaling entirely. And we're just going. We're just going in. I just take Extreme Stone because I need to take 15 here. Slap it on the Fatal Melting. And I'm going to removal. So you have 6 space. The egg takes up 3 and the Bogflies take up 6, which means I put units down. I will keep Lady of the Reformed. And now I split Lady and Rector up. I'll just cut a Fracture out. I'll cut 2. Actually, no, Drag is worse. Drag is a lot worse. Okay. Yeah, this run went somewhere I didn't expect. Oh god, I will not be taking Spell Shield, as I feel like we are 1 bad infusion away from a very bad time. So we're gonna put 1 Lady. I can also throw a Drag down here because there's a good reason to. It'll catch one of these and it doesn't hurt me in any way. Goes there. Rector can go up here. And scale mid. So, there it is. This is the sort of situation that we should get a lot of benefit out of this from. We should get a lot of value here for what I have done. I mean, I can do this move, right? And I can play a drag to catch this enemy. I'm feeding a lot to this Dark Wings, but he's forever going to be an issue. Most importantly, most important to remember here is Purifying Cleansing Rector. Fatal Melting to catch ya, but I'd rather Wicked Blaze, right? Another Wicked Blaze. In future combats, Rector and Lady are going to switch positions, but in this combat it worked out that it was better for Lady to be bottom. But having like some super Bog Chrysalis up here with Lady is probably going to be better in the long term. Yeah, and these things are, in fact, 6-size monstrosities. Put this down here. I should have played Lady first, right? I guess it wouldn't make a difference. Yeah, okay, she can go down here. It's fine. And then I didn't actually do the math on this. I just kind of eyeballed it. I was wrong. I was wrong about this enemy. Okay, that's fine. I took a little damage here that I didn't need to. Ultimately, taking a 10 here is not worth. I should have just put the egg top 4. I don't know why I didn't. I mean, I do know why I didn't. I eyeballed 14 plus 15 and I said, yeah, that looks like enough. It was not enough. This just in. It's not enough. So these ones burn out. Like, we'll have this weird interim turn where I can't play an egg. We'll have this weird interim turn where I'm not allowed to do anything. It's like, it's just worse to have Rector down, right? No, because I'm cheating these eggs out. Yeah, because I'm just cheating the +3. It is not worse to have Rector out. Never mind. I am incorrect. This shit's weird. Like, I need to have units in the reform pool for the weird interim turn so that I can... I don't know. Don't think about it too much, okay? That's my official advice here. Also want to see if they pass down extra burnout from burnout extension real quick. But just don't think about it too much. They do not. I did not think they would, but I wanted to check. If you think about this one too much, it's gonna get confusing. So just kind of let it happen, you know? Kick your feet up and just go, yep, I understand what's happening here completely. Everything that I'm watching, it makes sense, and I expected all of this. Smile. And there you have it. Yeah, like, when I thought about this 5 floors ago, I was like, huh, I think this could work, but I don't know, and I have to see it. Now that I've seen it, I'm not actually sure. I'm still not certain, but I think it could work. Ancient Resonance is a nice card to have as an answer. Is 2 energy, it adds an echo, kills an enemy, or kills backliners for us most likely. I will remove 2 dregs, but I want to leave, like, I want to leave 2 in so they can hop into the reform pool for me. I don't need Forever Flame. I have no exhaust cards. I guess I'll take Forever Flame because it's good on turns. Nah, there's no reason to take it. It's actually worthless, but yeah, whatever. Fate's First Blade adds a bunch of rage to these units that already do ridiculous amounts of damage. Let's peep the magic shop. I don't think you can show me anything I want here. I just want 2 -1s. So I will pay for a -1 on Ancient Resonance. I will reroll, and I will pay for a -1 on Wicked Blaze. And that's fine. Go to the Trinket shop. I think I buy a 230 and reroll. The odds of them showing me 2 that are good is just unlikely. Oh, I didn't count. Yeah, doesn't matter, but I didn't count. There's not, like, I don't think it matters too much, though. Cut a Proclamation. That card's pretty bad here. It doesn't matter much because there's not really a relic they're going to show me that I want here. There's really not much. I think maybe Cutting Lady is good, so I guarantee the egg turn 1. A turn 1 infused Darkwings is a worst case possibility. That's a really scary enemy. Put it all on record. That was a really bad turn 1. Okay. I will hold out hope. It's a little frightening, but we have answers. Hey, you know what? Forever Flame, not worthless here. Yeah, whichever unit ends up down here, either Rector or Lady, they're gonna die taking the frontline assault. I need to play Molded. Like, I will lose if I don't play Molded. Absolutely. Ancient Resonance is okay. I'd like to put it here, but like the best play is to play Ancient Resonance and hope we draw an answer next turn. We have answers for next turn, so we just hope we draw one. It didn't hatch? Oh, fuck. Whoops. Like, I used to just assuming that it was always gonna hatch. Huh. That's bad, I would say. So, again, I have to hold over Molded. I have to... So I don't play Kinstone. I can put a Fracture on one of these enemies. I'm just gonna take, like 47 here, I'm pretty sure. That's tough. There's a big oversight on my part. I missed that this wouldn't hatch. I think it makes no difference here. We have to go about it like this. This has to hatch. Yeah, I take 47. Oh wait, that was a lot more than 47. Oh, because he harvested again. Ooh. That was a disaster. There's not much else you can call it but that. It was very, very bad. Fracture here makes no difference, right? We can do... Hold on, we can do... Push to back. Like... Break? 120? I think it's best to Fracture here. Kill this. I think it is worth to play Dreg, because let's think about it. If a 3-space one of these dies, I still can't replay. They have to both die for me to be able to play something here. Another run where I will try not to feel too bad if we don't win this, because this is... it's not exactly the most straightforward nor clear run of my life. This one, I would say, is a little strange, a little nuanced, perhaps. And we're gonna just have to drop this down. It's fine. Yeah, my train is just full. And again, I may as well play Drag, because the floor is full on top. Yeah, one of these Bogflies dying is important. I think I should actually maybe aim to put Rector in the back. Like, it's important for my units to be dying so that I can make space for more. It's like, it's whatever. Once they're in position, like once I, yeah, maybe even it's just best for me to put these up here first so that they start scaling off of Fade's Blade. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Bottom floor is clear. Bring in the Bog Chrysalis again. I think we're good from here. It just, you know, we got smacked a little bit. That's all. Just a little smackage happened. We should be in the clear. 3 turns until they're dead. Vector stays in the dead pile, and this is where I need the units to act as interim reforms. I think I need 2 turns, right? Yeah, 2 turns. Damage taken didn't increase? Weird. Maybe it didn't, I just didn't see it. That happens sometimes. So we don't want to bring back Bog Chrysalis. Nothing burns out though. I'm gonna have nothing here. I'm gonna have nothing to reform next turn. So it's actually wrong to play this how I did? Yeah, it's actually wrong. Maybe I just killed myself. That would be a shame, wouldn't it? Because I'm not going to be able to reform the egg again. So this is what I'm stuck with. Yeah. It's a bit of a catch-22. I'm one turn off, unfortunately. Because no matter what you do here, it's bad, right? Because you either bring back the egg, which I will then discard and not play, or I get rid of molded, which I then can't bring back the egg, right? It's no answer. There is not a good pick here. I should have looked, I guess, a little harder. But yeah, we lost all of our power with that. And if I bring the egg back up here, it doesn't make a difference. Let's go. Maybe we can cheat out enough charged echoes next turn that we can win. That's our next best hope. $18.16. Okay, let's see what we can do here. $21.19. The cursory glance, I think the best possible turn is Kinstone Fracture. Yeah, this run can win. Just like the last run. I think the last run I was a little more mystified. This run, I needed to... I mean, I think that the extra space just ends up being a net negative for you because you end up in this weird position. We low rolled the draw pretty heavily, but we ended up in this weird position here where the mid four was burning out, but I had all of my reform cards and I just shuffled the deck, right? If I just didn't play, if I didn't reform Rector, we would have been better off for sure, because I could have then cycled back through. I would have put... Hang on, would it have worked that way? I should have reformed the egg. I don't know, there's something you do there so that you have a slightly better chance. But I think that the size up just wasn't worth it. It was very silly, but it put us in that weird position of sometimes I can't bring my egg back. I would not... I mean, I would do that again, but I don't think you ever play that without Hardened Hull. Without Hardened Hull, that seems just awful. With Hardened Hull, I think you can do that with Bogfly, but otherwise, it's tough. There's a win in there somewhere, though, I feel. And that was a fun strategy. It was enjoyable. I think the Superstone just doesn't pan out. Or it does, but you have to do some weird shit. I think you have to leave in a bunch of dregs and sack them so you always have something to reform, maybe. Well, anyway, thanks for watching. We'll win one of these, I swear. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.